Shalom. Knocking out Waha Ibar Sha'Allah Hawalakim La Atham. Call Shabuai Bahar Kha Wakak Show Yabashmal Shah. And we the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yabashmal Shah to preach you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners. Before we get started, we want to say, Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. A double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth from Ruel. And much respect to you brothers out there pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
So we just want to go into current events. You know, it's a lot of things happening. You know, Jake is caught up into this folly. You know, so we just going to go ahead and, you know, flow in the spirit. We can start with 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. With the sedition amongst men. Because
Yep, you got it.
A lot of things is happening. Like in Paris, they had the, you said the shooting was in Kurdish, yeah. Yep, so sedition is going heavy right now. You know, they had in Buffalo, Jake is in there looting, rioting. You know, mass judgment is going out.
That's right,
you know?
bro. It's beautiful.
Yep.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse... What verse you want me to get?
The one with sedition.
Oh, verse... Chapter 16. Chapter 14. I got it.
Okay.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and verse... hold on, Salak, I'm in the wrong chapter. Salakia. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Yep.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Yep, and when you go into that word sedition, it says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority or of a state or monarch. And when you go into the state and the monarch, that's talking about the leadership.
That's right.
You see, so right now they're not giving any regard to the laws, the legislations that's in America, Babylon the Great. You know, they're doing that exactly what they want to do. You know?
That's right.
You keep going.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
And the course of their actions is standing in their power. You know, just to reiterate, you know, people is doing exactly what they want to do, man. There's going to be a lawless society in Illinois, Dayton, Ohio, and Indiana. You know, they got those purge laws.
Oh yeah, bro.
You know, so the purge is coming.
Yep.
That's right.
And that's gonna ramp things up 10 times more. You know, once these people start to, you know, they got they can do whatever they want, get out with no bail. You know, hey, these people is gonna become accustomed to them to just do whatever they want. You know, sedition is gonna ramp up and ramp up even more. You know, this year has been heavy when it comes to just sedition in general. You know, everywhere you look, you know, the love of many has waxed cold. Hey, but next year, man, this is once the Lord start ramping things up 10 times more. You know, people gonna lose their mind.
Yeah, I can't wait till next year. Well, I can't wait until Apostle Tahar coins next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if this is the year of ramping up, the year before it was what? The year of hastening the day. This was the year of ramping up.
Yep.
So there's no telling what next year is going to bring.
That's right.
Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know?
And 2022 came in with a bang, and it's amped up. You know, going into 2023.
Yeah, bro.
I got a quick one. So
like,
this is Matthew, also Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
That's right.
You see, this is only the tip of the iceberg.
That's
and
right.
we're seeing the seditions amongst men. We're seeing the wars and rumors of wars. You know, China, Taiwan, Russia, the Ukraine, and the U.S. with like the different like proxy wars. You know.
Right.
I'm gonna finish it out. It says, I'm gonna read from top. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines." It's a shortage of basically everything.
That's right.
I think in 2021 and the start of this year, they had a shortage of like chips for cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They had a shortage of workers, a shortage of supplies, a shortage of everything. It's only going to increase. All right. It says, and pestilences, and that goes into sicknesses. You know, you had the vid, you know, you had the MP, and it's only going to be more. as time progresses.
That's right.
And earthquakes, and Apostle Har mentioned in the video that basically they'll track the earthquakes, but it's way more than what they actually tracking. Yep.
Yeah, it is.
I'm finished. That says in diverse places, and we're seeing it happen in the different places in the world. You know.
Yep. And these aren't just smaller earthquakes, man. These are 6 and 7, 8. You know, I forget how they gauge them. You know, but these are heavy earthquakes that are popping off around the world.
A Richter scale.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, right, Khan, you know, because these earthquakes aren't small ones, you know. These are earthquakes that's what, splitting grounds, you know, rolling down mountains.
Yep.
But everything that's going on, you're really not hearing about it in the media, you know, because last week alone I was looking for, you know, blackouts, snowstorms, this, that, or the other, you know, like in certain areas in the United States. And bro, I couldn't find anything, you know? And that just goes to show you how YT has a lot of stuff locked down. You know, you got to go to other media sources just to find out the basic stuff in your local area. You know? And
also they had like the article, they had like all the Israelite groups, you see, but they didn't even mention GMS because they know it's what the truth is. So like you mentioned, it's going to be a famine of the word, you know? Let me get that real fast.
Calm. And that famine's coming quick.
Yeah. This is Amos 8. This is Amos also. I'm Watch chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." You see, so the Lord's going to make it, the word basically is going to be heavily inaccessible to those that are not of the elect.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
That's right.
You see everything ramping up with this anti, you know, sim, you know, how they play it, you know. Hey, the more they push these things, the more they're gonna try to demonize the Bible, the more they're gonna try to demonize the truth coming out of the scriptures. You know, you can see these things. You got spiritual eyesight to see these things. Hey, the Lord's showing how his next chess moves, you know. You got it.
Khan, I gotta appreciate that, Baba Kashar. The book of 2nd Esdras chapter 5, I started verse 4 and read down to verse 12. And it reads, "There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and minstrous women shall bring forth monsters." You know, and if any of the brothers want to expound on that, you know, yeah, we're in that time where confusion is growing. You know, a lot of these women have already had monstrous children, you know, and you're entering into a time of lawlessness, as the brothers was bringing out, where you know these monstrous children ain't gonna care. The monstrous women are going to be left desolate, pursuing to the book of Isaiah. Reading on, "And salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another." And that's going into the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 16. You know, then shall wit hide itself, understanding withdraw itself into a secret chamber. You know, and that's talking about the men who are out there on the highways and byways, pulling back, as the brothers was just bringing out. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to cause a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread or of water, but of hearing the word.
I had a quick one for you. Was you done with that one?
Nah, but you can bring out what you need to bring out.
Go ahead, finish it out, bro.
Verse 10. And shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and inconsistency be multiplied upon the earth. That's total chaos, bro. Unrighteousness. That's total chaos going on, because a lot of people ain't gonna have the direction, you know, to guide them down the right path. You know.
What was that word again? Incontinency.
Incontinency. So let me read that again. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth.
And just going into that, bro, if I can get the
Come.
definition. This is the definition of incontinency, common definition. It says having or showing a lack of self-restraint or control, and we already in that, but it's gonna be a whole different spirit out here when these prophecies start to kick up. You know,
Shall be multiplied.
yep.
Whoa, in the earth, and that's
Yep.
You done?
Yeah, that was it.
Verse 11. One land also shall ask another and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say no. And that, so when Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai calls a famine in the land, that's what the people are going to be asking themselves. Hey, you know, like, have you seen a prophet, you know, that was standing on this corner, or on that corner, you know, who's on YouTube or BitChute or Rumble? Have you seen those guys? You know, do you know anybody who could break down these scriptures? Do you know anybody who could give us some direction on what to do? And you know what I'm saying? And then that's when the book of Judges chapter 10 verse 14 is going to kick in.
Yep.
Go and run it to the gods that you have chosen.
I'm gonna finish this out if I can.
But
It's Amos chapter 8. Just going into what you were saying, bro.
bro.
Verse 12, it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, searching for the word. It says, from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it.
Not one word. Okay, bro.
Just going into that verse, you know, they're not gonna be able to get the word of the Lord, you know, because the men of the Lord are gonna be off the highways and byways, you know, and they already started on YouTube. If you put in GMS and a topic, it's very hard to. You got to keep scrolling, you know.
Yeah, I got one more precept going into what you just brought up. That's why knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our times, because understanding these scriptures and understanding what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about to do. Hey, bro. So the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 5 and verse 12. At that time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. So we're coming into a time when without this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you're just going to be lost. You're not going to be able to prosper in anything. You know? You're just going to be destitute. You know? And I could jump back to the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 16.
I'm going to get that Isaiah 33 since we quoted it. This is Yeshaya also, Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You see, so because of this wisdom and knowledge, the men of the Lord are going to be rooted in that rock, which is Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. And if you don't have the Lord in them times, you're going to be taken in these plagues.
That's right, bro. That's right. Okay, bro.
This Psalms 11. I'm going to start at 5, and it says, Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked, and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares. You know, and that's especially when he the Lord taketh his men off the highways and byways, it's going to be a snare to everybody. You're going to be unavailable to this truth non-stop, on top of everything else that's going to be happening. Esau trying to push his thing, you know, his CHIP, you know, it's going to be multiple snares. It's going to be rained upon these people. It says fire and brimstone and horrible tempest. And what we just see, you know, we've seen a horrible tempest. You know, that cold front that went throughout the whole East Coast, you know, and the West. You know, the Lord's raining, you know, his judgment out. He's pouring his judgment out. You know, he's leading you to that door of mercy, you know, and it's about to shut, you know.
See, but that's the thing about a lot of Jakes. They don't understand Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know, they don't understand the judgments of the Lord. You know, because if they understood what the Lord is about to do, they would have jumped up, been out there on the highways and byways in sub-temperatures, you know, to get this word. You know, with nothing on except a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. Because that is just what they're gonna do when these times come. You know? These people are gonna do anything, you know, to get some sort of direction. you know. But the direction that they're gonna get is not through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You know, it's gonna be through the CHIP. You know,
they survival instinct gonna try to kick in.
Come.
You know? But through the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that comforter that's been placed upon us, we realize this is the true survival instinct. You know, the fear of the Lord is beginning of wisdom. You know, so with that, we see, this is the only thing that's gonna get us out of the predicament to come.
Yeah.
You know, let me finish this out real quick. It says, this shall be the portion of their cup. You know, so all these things that are taking place, man, that's gonna be the portion of your cup. You know, the Lord's gonna rain down his righteous indignation upon your heads. You know, that's it.
What's saying the book? Oh, Salakia, bro.
You go. Basically, you know, Jake don't want to repent because he's so tied up into the things that captivity brings. You know, this is Yeshaya, also Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12 says, "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised this word." You see, and Jake shows that he despises the word, but not want to repent, not want to take heed. It says, "And trust in oppression and perverseness, perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant." You see, and Jake is going to be taken up in that. You see, because going to Thessalonians, it says, though they what it say? Though they seek peace and safety, or say sudden peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall fall upon them. You see, and that's because Jake wants to rely on this oppression. You know, when the so-called white man has never did anything to benefit Jake. You know. They got what they call it, Stockholm syndrome.
This devil never did nothing for you. It put you in a perpetual form of slavery. You know. But you love to have it so.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Because Jake's always looking for love. You know, hey, yo, what's up, my brother? Yeah, you know, we couldn't. Nah, man, we ain't good. You know, because here's the devil that's been doing all types of atrocities to you, destroyed you, to the point where you think that you're in a good case with this dude. You know, they have done nothing but destroyed you. You know, and what's coming, you Jakes don't get it. What's coming is going to be the total destruction of you 2/3, especially if you take that C-hip. You know, you take that thing, which a lot of you are, you know, because last week there was a video of a woman who had a dream, or like a vision or whatever, where her and her husband took the C-hip. You know what I'm saying? But the woman felt really bad about it, you know, and started crying about, you know, whatever. But still, that's going to be the situation. When your kids aren't eating, your family's hungry, you ain't got nowhere to stay, the only thing you're going to do is fall back on what you know. You know, and that's Daddy E. You know,
I had a quick one, if I can. This is Yeshaya, also Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 3. It says, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion." You see, so 2/3 is going to be looking confused out here. You see, because if you take the example of the jab, you see, it's not even mandatory no more. And those that took the jab, they dropping dead.
Oh
you
yeah,
see?
bro.
It's gonna be the same thing with the Karagma, but only worse. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. and you know, it's not a far off. You know, Jake honestly like to say, "Oh man, it ain't gonna happen in our lifetime. It ain't gonna. It's happening now. It's happening right underneath your noses, and you Jakes don't even get it."
Yeah, you still got these. Still got Biden in Congress still passing more bills to further more of these factories to further build these things. You know,
that's right.
The CHIP. Hey, so it's right in front of your face, man. The time is now. It's high time to awake out of sleep. You know.
Jake is so blinded, bro, that they sticking up turnstiles that require you to use a C-hip just to get into a store.
Yep.
I mean, they building it right in front of their faces, you know, and Jake's walking around, no, as if nothing's going on. And you got your prophets on the highways and byways yelling at the top of their lungs, blowing that horn, warning you people that these things are upon you. You know? As a matter of fact, let me finish this out. Baba Kashar.
Okay.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and I read verse 16 again. For there shall be sedition among men invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Mm-hmm.
These people ain't gonna care. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Didn't they show y'all that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
A year ago? You couldn't even get into New York City from Jersey, yo. They showed you these things. Over there, at the Lincoln or Holland Tunnel, they got gates on the Jersey side, to lock you in. Come on, people. You're being surrounded and you don't even know it.
And if I can add, a brother made a video basically stating that they trying to make 15-minute cities to where you can only go 15 minutes from where you stay at.
That's right. Why you think
So,
all these?
yep.
Why you think he's setting up all these easy passes everywhere, these cameras and these stop stations?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's to make it more accessible for you can't go from city to city, so they can truly lock you down. You know, they know what their intentions are and their plans are. You people just ain't seeing it.
Oh, they ain't worried about Jake in that sense, because most of these Jakes out of shape anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this whole place is out of shape.
You try to find a Jake, to walk 3 blocks.
Yeah.
You try to find a Jake who can walk 5 miles, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's an in-shape Jake, although he's out of shape, They ain't worried about Jake walking for miles.
Yeah, they
Not at this point.
They done a number on you Babylonians.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Your food ain't food. Your water ain't water. How fucked up is it? I gotta go buy water.
Yeah, right. Try to get some decent water.
Ain't that something, bro? I gotta buy water. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Men shall be afraid. Men, bro. Anybody want to expound on that? Because it's about to get ugly.
Con, I got a quick precept. It said men shall be afraid, and that's leading up into the time of Jacob's trouble. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Also Jeremiah, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Yep.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The elect is going to be saved out of it. All right? But things are going to be way worse than they ever was in history.
That's right.
It's going into that last verse you just read, bro.
Yeah, kind, and that's just what we're in. We're in the beginnings of sorrows. What's that? The book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 7? Let me get it.
I got you.
Yeah, because we're entering into the time of sorrows. But you don't see it now. A lot of you people are enjoying your folly days and getting caught out there on the highways, because of this messed up weather and whatever. You're not concentrating on what's going on around you.
So you said Matthew 24, right?
Yeah, 24 in verse. These are the beginnings of sorrows.
Kind of might be a little bit down. Found it.
I thought it started at 7. Let me see. But yeah,
Yeah, verse 8.
Con.
This is Mattathiah, also Matthew chapter 24 and verse 8. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
All what? All what? The pestilences, the wars, the rumors of wars, the civil wars, the race wars, the gender wars, the economical collapse, the famine, the bad weather.
That's just birth pains.
You hit it, bro.
That's just birth pains,
Yep.
The Lord's going to turn it up 10 times more. Hey, what's before? Hey, that's just the contractions, so to speak. Hey, what's it say in that Jeremiah 30 you just read? How a man's holding his hands on his loins as a woman. Hey, that's just some contractions that kick in. Hey, before that delivery starts to take place. Hey, the Lord's about to deliver destruction on this place, man.
Yep. And then see, like the regular birth, when the contraction started to happen, they give him an epidural. But the thing about it is, they ain't gonna give him no epidural.
Right.
Hey, no bomb for this, man. Hey, it said what the Lord said. He said he would have healed Babylon, but it cannot be healed. Hey, so ain't no, like the last two said, ain't no epidural for this place, man.
Nope.
Hey, the Lord's gonna make you feel all of this.
All the dredges.
Yeah.
I got that right here. This is Jeremiah, also Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
That's the spirit.
The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Verse 8. My brother want to touch on it. Okay.
Yeah, you know, these nations are starting to realize how full of shit Babylon the Great has been.
Yep.
These other nations are really starting to take a step back and look at the big picture at what these devils are trying to do. These devils are trying to conquer everything and leave everybody that they call the ally out of it. You know?
Verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
This place can't be healed. It was never meant to be healed. You know? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, or they will never make America great again. You know? Yahweh Shem Yahushua has work to do in this place. You know? Why? Because he spoke it. You know? He said that this place will burn. You know? This place is going to be a lake of fire.
Yep.
You know? Ain't no coming back from this. This place is about to be desolate. You know? What will I if it's already on fire? So expect that. There's no telling what next year will bring, bro, because if this year was like this,
yeah, the Lord is about to dial back. You know what I mean? Hey, the Lord's going to push this thing further.
man, it's just gonna be crazy.
Yep.
That's all I got, bro.
I got a quick one to close it out. If you had something, bro.
Nah, that's it.
This is Nahum, also Nahum, chapter 3 and verse 4. It says, because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. And this place relies on this witchcraft. Even with the wars, they do the propaganda. They be like, oh, they got weapons of mass destruction over here. And the whole time they don't even have no weapons of mass destruction.
That's right.
It's just Esau going over there and not minding his business. You know how Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. You know, he can't keep it at home.
Right.
You know, he got problems over here that he can't maintain, but he all up in somebody else's business. You know.
That's ultimately why the beast is gonna hate the whore as well.
Yep. Verse 5, it says, behold, I am against thee. And this is talking about Nineveh back in those days, you see, but it can be applied to Babylon, America, Babylon the Great. It says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. You see, and this place is being exposed. Esau Edom is being exposed for the devil that he is.
Yeah.
You see? Yep.
Exactly, bro.
That's all I had, though.
That's all I got too.
Con.
Because we can do another camp on just this
Lord.
alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But hey, Lord's will, that was edifying. We can go ahead and close it out by saying, Kohalayim La,
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash.
Hey, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that told us the truth and rule well. And much respect to you brothers out there pushing this truth with our righteousness. And sincerely, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Abba, Abba.
Abba, Abba.